Why, hello, boys and girls. This is Taylor, and today the topic is going to be Justin Bieber, and the background gameplay is just some striker fun that I was having. I'm really enjoying using this gun. I'm having a little bit of difficulty so far coming up with big scores for it, but at the same time, when you use it in conjunction with the RPG and C4 and the automatic little radar disc of magic and wizardry, whatever the hell that thing is, I think it's some sort of Hogwarts item, maybe even a Horcrux, I don't know. It's pretty interesting. I like using that now that I discovered it, but it's a lot of fun using kind of like all of your equipment and trying to utilize the entire class as a whole. Makes me feel like I'm a real live army man. That sounds so stupid, but you know, it's not until you say these thoughts out loud in a commentary in front of thousands of people that you realize how truly asinine they are. So anyway, the topic of today's video, because as per usual, the gameplay is a little more, or I guess a little less than irrelevant. Should have phrased that sentence better, but alright, so it's usually unpopular to give Justin Bieber the benefit of the doubt on the internet because anyone who a bunch of tweenage girls idolize and fantasize about instantly is met with vitriol and hate and scorn and is just like, oh, you bastard! Like, I don't understand why. Well, I do understand why, to the extent that, you know, they are inordinately famous considering their menial talents, but as far as their actual characters, I have nothing against Justin Bieber. I'm sure he's a nice kid, you know, good for him. High five, Justin. Like, he gets way more shit than he deserves. Like, if I were to just look at someone who was walking in an effeminate way, maybe someone that you would say is gay, walking across campus, and I said, look at that effeminate faggot, and it was with a couple friends, they'd be like, whoa, what the hell? Where did that just outburst of hatred come from? You need to be more tolerant. Why would you say that about someone? You don't even know him. And then you say it about Justin Bieber, and everybody's like, all right, high five, yeah! Kick that douchebag's ass! And just giving him way too much flack. But, you know, I'm taking his side for a little bit, although I do have a few critiques of his whole thing. I mean, he didn't really... I mean, giving him credit for his fame, like, seriously... Do we really have to go over this? Like, he's not responsible for it. He was just a kid that got fortunate enough with a couple of viral videos, and then a few adults, or I suppose then adults, I guess he's about almost an adult now, I think he's 16 or 17, took over his life and then made sure that he'd be profitable and kind of paraded him around and had him sing in front of people. And I mean, you can't really hold a kid accountable. He was young when this was started. He kind of just grew up in this world, and, you know, he doesn't really know that much else. Like, you think about it, he just, all you really know is the world you grew up in, and that's what he knows. So you can't really blame him for that. But what you can get kind of pissed about, and I think it's okay to get pissed about this, is that whole movie ridiculousness. Never Say Never was the name of the movie. And it's not that the movie was just so absolutely horrendous and terrible, which I haven't seen it. I'm just, you know, assuming, based on the fact that it is a movie documentary style about a 16-year-old's life, which, Jesus Christ... What can you possibly fit in there? What can you conceivably tell me about a 16-year-old that is fascinating? Unless it's like a 16-year-old that went off to fight in World War I and like snuck onto a carrier boat and just got off the boat over there in Narnia or wherever World War I was fought. Don't test my history, you bastards. Leave that information in the comments so I can educate myself. But you know, do you know what I'm saying? Do I got to keep going with this? I don't think I do. But really, though, like, I'm pretty sure that all of our lives here in the Western world, for all of us white males, is pretty much similar if you're in a basic socioeconomic status, despite the fact that you are in Canada and I'm in the United States, and he grew up inordinately wealthy after his little break, and I did not. But, you know, I mean, there's just not much you can say to bring value and light to the situation, because it's not like he's experienced anything really profound or out of the ordinary. It's just another kid's life. It's a kid that happened to get really famous. It's not like he deserved it or it warranted any special attention. Like, and then the movie itself, Never Say Never. Justin says to never say never. Not even once. Only twice in order to convey that sentiment to people correctly. Never say never. But, you know, that kind of conveys the message that Justin never said never. Justin stuck with his dream, and because he stuck with it, now he's a super successful star who is the masturbatory fantasy of tons of young girls all over the nation and all over the world, perhaps. I don't really know. Is Justin Bieber pretty big worldwide, or is he mainly a United States phenomenon? If he's big worldwide, for shame, other countries' youth, female youth, and maybe a few male youth. Who am I to criticize? But with that, let me continue to criticize. That was ironic. So, really, it's just this movie about a kid that never said never, even though he was never given the opportunity to say never. Like, it's not, like, what are you saying? Like, it's not like you had to fight, like, some starving artist and try to survive while you were underutilized and just wasted and your talent was squandered and you had to sift through years at the bottom, muckraking, but eventually you climbed your way to the top and you succeeded, and for that everyone can look at you as an idol, as someone to be aspired to hold that level of character, to get to the top. But, I mean, that's not what happened, man. That's not what happened. You hit fame immediately. Fame hit before puberty. You hit fame before any of the rest of us guys even hit puberty. Like, you didn't even wait for it. You didn't even wait for anything. Before the rest of us, like, could even get a hunger for, like, sexual activity, you had already been famous and already had everything available. Like, it's not even a question. Like, if anything, your life is so much remarkably easier to everyone else's that you should have to watch a documentary of a normal kid's life like mine and be like, wow, these kids actually, like, go around and do work every once in a while. It's still a pretty easy life, but wow, I didn't know that these kind of kids existed. So, like, I mean, he doesn't have a remarkable situation. He didn't never say never. He never had the opportunity to. His parents and his agents and his wizards, whatever the hell's going on over there in the Justin Bieber camp, they just took him under his wing in the beginning and just kind of used him as a lucrative little ball of money to be just increased as time goes on, until eventually, inevitably, the sun will come up and light up all those girls' worlds and show them the true ridiculousness of their liking Justin Bieber, and he'll fade away into the abyss, most likely to be mocked on MTV or some terrible VH1 celebrity countdown list of heroin addicts in 2025, or whatever the hell you want to say. To each their own. Maybe he likes heroin. Good for him. No, I don't agree with that. There you go. Don't go tell anyone or show them this video wherein I say heroin's okay. Let's take that to the bank real quick. Just establish that. So, don't want to get quote mined, you know what I'm saying? Just in case. You never know. Fox News could get a hold of this video, make me look like a complete dick. But, anyway, so, all this to say, I don't mind the Justin Bieber character as a kid. I don't mind him. He's just another pop sensation, and the fact that we have the internet means that he gets critiqued inordinately. Just a very heavy, just constant barrage of mean jokes. But at the same time, it's like, I'd rather take a bunch of jokes on the internet and get the opportunity to be immediately successful in life. Like, he didn't even have to do anything. He just fell ass backwards into YouTube views. Like, there are tons of people out there. It'll take a 15-second search to look and see, wow, these are very talented singers, much more so than Justin Bieber, just sitting there on YouTube, and their videos have 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 views. Like, it really was just luck of the draw. There's happened to be a cute kid that a bunch of girls wanted to support, and, good for him. Good for him that he got that. And most of the hate that he gets is surely from jealousy, but this little bit of hate I feel is justified. The fact that they put on a facade that he stuck with his dreams through thick and thin, when in reality he kind of just fell ass backwards into a pot of gold, so to say, and really hasn't offered anything of intellectual or artistic merit with his work thus far. But who knows? Maybe at the age of like 25, Justin Bieber will become a very impressive and genius composer of classical art or classical music, whatever the hell. I don't know. That's the end. All I gotta say. Hope you guys enjoyed, and if you did, leave a rating.